What is happening, great people? It's Zangieff, your Russian made from Russia. Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Abend. This is everything that I know in German. I can as well say Ich heiße Zangieff. Welcome everybody to the new video. Yes, and this video is going to be about Germany. Yes, I wouldn't say that I know much about Germany. Actually, I was thinking before making this video, do I know something about Germany? Yeah, about some cultural differences and etc. And actually I came up to the idea that I don't know much, yeah, because one of the things that I heard is that it is not allowed to walk on the grass, yeah, like in the parks or whatever. This is prohibited. Yeah, I know about Oktoberfest. Yeah, who hasn't heard about Oktoberfest? But unfortunately, or fortunately for me today, yes, this is everything that I know so far. So today I hope that I will get more knowledge. Yes, I hope that Mark from Wolters World channel will, as always, help me understand the world better, and you as well can leave the comments, yeah, if you are aware of Germany as well. So at this point, let's begin.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Wolters World. Today we're in Munich, and today what we have for you are the don'ts of traveling Germany. Because there's so many things you should do, like visit Munich here, or going to Berlin, or the Harz Mountains. There's so many great things to do here, but there's a few cultural don'ts you should know.
Beautiful.
So when you come here, you can have a better time. And the first don't I have for you is, don't assume Germans are these cold, unfriendly, uncaring people that we've kind of been taught by stereotypes throughout the years. Germans are actually really wonderful people. They're helpful, they're kind, they're honest, extremely honest. And the thing is, to see that, you need to ask them for your help. Ask them for some guidance, and they'll be glad to help you. And that's the thing is, some people think, oh, German service isn't very nice. Well, the thing is, German service is very professional. And if you ask them for help, I guarantee they will know the entire background of every meal you have and everything in the shoe store and all kinds of stuff. They'll be able to help you. But don't think that they're these cold-hearted people, because Germans really are super nice. And if you make a German friend, I guarantee they will be with you until the end. They make the best friends ever. So that's the first thing, is don't think they're bad people.
All right, so I would like to pause here and say following. I think that these people know what they are doing, they know what they are saying. Yeah, so probably this fact that they actually are kind of formal, if we're talking about anything, yes, about some business processes, or probably even about some regular life situations, yeah, probably this makes them look like they're cold-hearted. Though I would actually agree here. I would actually agree here with Mark, and I would say that, yeah, I did myself manage to see how German people can be helpful, because some of you guys, yeah, members of our community are from Germany, and I have received a lot of support if we are talking about the information, yes, about different topics that I have already covered. Some of the German people, one of the first ones, yeah, decided to send me some parcels, etc. So I did feel this warmth, yeah, coming from the German people, so I do understand what Mark is talking about. Once again, you can mix this kind of formality with cold-heartedness, yeah, but I think that if you happen to know German people a bit more, yeah, then you understand that actually everything is not as it seems like at the first glance. Okay, so I would agree with this. Let's go further.
Now, my second don't for you is don't cross against the light. You know, don't jaywalk. Germans really, 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 really like their rules, and they really, 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 really don't like people breaking them. And that will mean tourists as well. And one of the biggest things is crossing when the light is red. They don't like that. I lived multiple years in Germany, 3 years in Germany, and there's been quite a few times where a grandma, an Oma, stops me and says, hey, bei Rot musst du stehen. By grün lass du gehen, which means by red you stay, by green you're allowed to go. And that's one of the things, is the Germans do like those rules, but the biggest one that a tourist doesn't want to do is don't jaywalk. Also, you can get a fine for that, so, you know, heads up on that one. Now, our third tip.
This one actually is, I wouldn't say it is much applicable for Russia. Yeah, so if you're the regular Russian person, yeah, you understand that going on the green light is okay, going on the red light is bad. But I believe that every Russian has ever crossed the road on red. Yeah, me as well. So I remember myself when I was back to the UK. Yeah, so the feeling that I had is like, if there is nobody around you, yeah, if nobody sees that you are doing something wrong, that probably you can jaywalk, yeah, or how this was called. And if there are some people standing next to you and they are waiting for the light to become green, then you will stay next to them. So I think that if I ever happen to be in Germany, yeah, kind of, no, before watching this video, yeah, I would do the same. So kind of, if nobody sees. And I wouldn't say that in Russia, for example, we have this fine system working all right, yeah, so kind of to get fined because you are crossing the road in the wrong place. I didn't ever hear this happening to any of my friends, yeah, but I do believe that everybody is jaywalking. I'm not saying that is good, yeah, but once again, I'm just comparing how it works in our country and, yeah, how it works in Germany in this case.
Our third tip for you has to do with the fund, the deposit. Don't just throw away your bottles, like your big bottles or cans, and don't just leave your Christmas market mugs and stuff like that out, because you have to put a deposit on a lot of these things. For example, if you're at the Christmas markets and you get those cute mugs that everyone loves to get, look, usually you're going to be paying between 3 and 5 euros for the deposit on those mugs, and if you walk off with it, great, you have a cool souvenir. But the thing is, do you really want 8 of the exact same mug? For example, we were here in Munich and we got Glühwein and Kinderpunsch, the children version of it, and there was 8 of us. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 euros of a deposit. I'm like, whoa! I got to use that 100 euro shine, that 100 euro note that I've never got to use before, just on the deposit. And make sure you're turning those things in. Don't just throw it away, because it actually does add up after a while, so save those. Now my fourth tip for you.
So here actually I would really want to use your support, guys, because like what I don't usually do is I don't rewatch the video, yeah, if I did not understand it, because like I did understand the words that he said, but probably I did not understand the sense which was behind them. So here I would really appreciate your support if you would help me out to understand what was fund. Yeah, so unfortunately not given my reaction to this right now, but would really appreciate once again if you help me understand it. Because if only we had something like this here in Russia, I mean like deposit, like what he mentioned, probably I could have understood this from the first time, but I didn't. Sorry.
If you're invited to go to a German's house, because you know what, if they like you, they probably will invite you. They are really nice like that. But if you're going to go to their house, don't forget to bring either flowers or wine or candy, okay? That's kind of a typical thing you bring over there. Also, don't wear your shoes inside. When you come in, take your shoes off. Sometimes they even have house slippers for you when you get there for their guests, but it's kind of rude to have your shoes on inside the house, so just know that. So make sure you do bring something to their house if you get to be, if you get really invited to their house. It is really cool. Now, the fifth don't I have.
I really like the views, yeah, so I'm watching the video right now, and in parallel, yes, not only do I hear what Mark is saying, yeah, but as well I'm taking a look at the pictures that he's showing, yeah, and this looks like from the Christmas tales, yeah, something like this, yeah. So kind of when you're thinking about the city, when I'm thinking about the city, I do not have images like this in my head. So usually it is for long high apartment blocks, yeah, skyscrapers, etc., but definitely not like this. And we don't have architecture like this spread in Russia, yeah, so this looks interesting. As for the point, yeah, as for the dome that Mark used, I would say that in Russia we have a similar thing if you are brought up. All right, yeah, so I would say that it is normal here if you bring something, if you are going to somebody's house. Yeah, there is no exact rule. Probably this was just an example if we're talking about the flowers or wine, etc. I think that actually this list, yeah, can be longer. Yeah, you can bring something else except for the wine and flowers. And if we're talking about the slippers, yeah, I think he said slippers. Yeah, in Russia it's the same. Yeah, we do not use the outdoors shoes in the apartment itself. Yeah, so never. Either you are using slippers or you're just walking in socks. It is not like in the US. Yeah, I heard that in the US many people use the same shoes they use outdoors. Not here, and probably not in Germany.
You actually is specifically for tourists that I've been seeing a lot lately when I've been traveling through Germany, especially Berlin. People have been using the Jewish memorial in Berlin, with the stone blocks and stuff, kind of like a parkour course, or this is the place to make the coolest selfies in Berlin. And people are climbing up them, jumping across them, doing silly pictures, duck face. It's a memorial to dead Jewish people. What is wrong with you? I mean, this is not something you do. You don't do that. Also, at the concentration camps, we're seeing more and more people doing their duck face selfies. Look, this is where they burned everybody. I'm like, are you kidding me? So please have respect for people when you go to the concentration camps and the memorials and things like that, because the Germans show respect, for the horrible things that happen, and we as tourists need to do a better job as well. So don't be a tool when you're visiting some of these concentration camps, okay, or these memorials, all right? Now,
I feel strange, yes, about the people, like he said, people making selfies in front of the concentration camps. Really? Bruh. Well, as for the first example, yes, about the parkour course, yeah, right there. I'm not justifying anybody. Yeah, I'm not justifying that somebody was jumping there and that was alright. Right, but me as a person who used to do parkour, probably, yes, if I would be doing some parkour right now, yeah, probably I would be thinking about doing it there as well before I realize what kind of place that is. Yeah, so probably some people just don't know what that place is. Probably they just go there to the just regular park and that's it. But once again, of course, yes, if people really know what is the purpose of this monument and they still do this, of course, yeah, that is not all right. And I really don't know what to say about the concentration camps, because, like, guys, this is not something that you discuss. Like me here, I share the same opinion. This is even not something that you have to discuss. This is really bad that this point has been used in the video. That means that there is a reason for it to get included, because there are people who actually do so.
My sixth don't for you is don't wait. Look, whether it's a line or you're ordering food, you don't wait in Germany. Germans are go, go, go. We are very efficient. We want to get things done. So you're going to be on time for things, all right? Very punctual is important. But for a tourist, when you go to restaurants, what you need to do is when they give you the menu, look in it right away so you can order right away. Because it's not like in the US where they come back every 2 minutes to see us, need anything now, need anything now. They come when they come. So if you get that chance, make sure you do place your order, get your drinks and your food in and things like that. And when you want to get your bill, you ask for the bill. They'll come right away with their big wallet, okay? And you pay them right there. And when you pay them, you'll say, let's say it's a 27 euro bill, you will say 30. You just say the total amount you want to pay, and they'll put that down for you, okay? So then they give you the change back from that, okay? But don't wait. Like, once they seat you, they give you a menu, it's time to order, okay? When they come and ask. Because if you wait, you might be waiting a long time. Now, my seventh don't...
This is something that I really probably would not much follow if I happen to be in Germany, because, like, yeah, I'm not making decisions. I'm not taking this make or take, I don't remember, decisions for a long time. But the thing is that I physically might need some time to at least read the menu. Yeah, so if I happen to be in the cafe or restaurant for the first time, I would like to first see what is there in the menu. Yeah, so of course I would need some time to understand what is there. Yeah, I will not spend a lot of minutes on this, but if the waiter comes like in half a minute already ready to take my order and I am not ready to give it, and if the waiter would be insisting like you need to make an order, I think this would be rude. Yeah, so me as a customer, I would like to have my time, to take my time, right, and to see what is there on the menu. So I think that probably it's either me right now not much understanding the English language, yeah, or probably it was a bit of exaggeration. If you are living in Germany, if you know how the things work, could you please help me out to understand what exactly was meant here? Yeah, I don't think that you will be actually expected to do everything that quick. Yeah, so probably it was a bit of exaggeration or me not understanding what was said.
Don't experiment on the Autobahn. Okay, I know the Autobahn sounds really cool. Yes, driving without speed limits. Look, I've driven on the Autobahn before. There's a reason why I go on public transport. It can be really scary because we were going about 100 miles an hour, like 140K. We're going and we're in the right lane because there's BMWs and Mercedes going, and you just see them go by like, wow. And it's kind of dangerous when you're out there, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So please, if you're not comfortable with these fast speeds, make sure you don't experiment on the Autobahn. Stick with the public transport. It will take you everywhere here, which is so awesome about Germany. Now, my eighth don't for you is don't...
We here in Russia have the maximum limit of 130 kilometers per hour, but this is like in just in few places. So if we're talking about the highways, usually it is 110 kilometers per hour. Yeah, so this is a bit less than 80 miles per hour. And I was watching some videos, yeah, some test drives from Germany, yeah, some test drives of Audi, Mercedes, etc. And the guys there were having the speed of about like, yeah, 300 kilometers per hour. It's about like 200 miles per hour, right? And this is definitely not something that I got used to. There is a saying actually that Russians love fast driving, but I wouldn't say that this limit would be appropriate for me, at least. Yeah, so I think I would be in the right row.
Expect to shop on Sundays. Look, most of Germany is closed on Sundays, except for museums and restaurants. So if you want to do your shopping kind of stuff, if you're here for a long weekend, do it on Friday or Saturday, because on Sunday, a lot of the stuff is closed. Now, the things that usually tend to be open on Sundays, things that are attached to the train station. So if there's a mall attached to the train station, that'll probably open. Also in December, they'll have Sunday hours a lot of places. But just know, basically on Sunday, everything's basically closed. Also on Mondays, a lot of the museums are closed. So if you're gonna do a long weekend, including that Monday, make sure you check and see and say, hey, let's do our tourism stuff on Saturday and Sunday and do our shopping on Monday. My ninth don't for you is...
what probably Mark could have be more clear here about, yes, is what exact places is he talking about. If we're talking about the regular grocery shops or some other shops, I do believe that they should be working. Yeah, I respect those who work during the weekends, but I myself, I used to be working on Sundays as well, so there's nothing wrong in it. I think that if the services have to be provided to the people on whatever day of the week, they should be provided. So here question is, what exactly was meant? Yeah, are we talking about all the shops, yeah, the grocery shops as well, etc., or just some museums? As you could have understood by my reaction, yeah, in Russia we don't have this, yeah, so usually all the shops that you see like outside, not specific shops, but grocery shops and other shops, etc., they work on Sundays. Yeah, we don't have these rules.
Don't forget to have cash. Look, Germans, yes, they have credit cards, but they prefer cash. Yes, have your euros ready. There's ATMs all over the place you can use, but you really want to have cash with you because they don't accept credit cards everywhere. A lot of places they do, and a lot of times you need to have a chip card, you know, for your credit cards and stuff like that, for everything to work. But just know that cash is king here in Germany, so don't forget to keep some with you, just so you have it. And my 10th don't for you with coming to Germany.
That is not something that probably I would understand really easily, because for me, Germany is a good example of how you automate, yeah, make the processes work, all right, yeah, make them automatic and etc. So excluding, yeah, some extra steps from the process. So I think that cash in the 21st century is something extra that you don't need. Yeah, so why do you need to store this paper if you could just pay by your card and that's it? To be honest, this one is actually something I did not expect from Germany. I wouldn't say that there is some kind of rule in Russia, yeah, because it all depends on whether probably you live in the capital like me in Moscow, yeah, or you live in a smaller city where people got used to be using cash more. Me, for example, I never ever have cash with myself, not even a ruble. Yeah, so I have everything on my card. I never have any situations when I couldn't pay for anything. Yeah, because almost everywhere you can pay by card, or you can make a direct transaction, yeah, to the person if this is an individual, yeah, like private business or whatever.
Realize that you don't just see half-timbered houses here. Germany is not just the stereotype of half-timbered houses and beer halls. There's so much more to Germany. Whether you're going to Berlin, where they have, you know, the Potsdamer Platz and all this new stuff there, or you're here in Munich, where the tech stuff is booming, or Hamburg, which is a rebuilt city. I mean, you have all these cool modern cities here in Germany, and it's not just half-timbered houses. And the thing is, you can see the half-timbered houses, Quedlinburg and Wernigerode and Goslar and the Harz Mountains. Oh, my heart just falls in love with that place. Here in Bavaria, go to Regensburg and Bamberg, Oberammergau. You can get that old Germany, but also you have very modern Germany as well. So make sure you explore both sides. Don't just try to think it's going to be half-timbered houses, but experiment all the wonders of Germany.
I would say that the last one, talking about these timbered houses, like, okay, but I never thought about this. Yeah, those that you saw previously, yeah, of course I understand that this is not something that you have all over the place in Germany. Of course, there are a lot of modern houses as well. Overall, I think that was interesting. I wouldn't say that I was shocked by some of the don'ts, and probably I expected some more of the don'ts that I'm not aware of yet, but I was just thinking that probably something should have been connected to beer. Yeah, so like don't drink beer like this, or don't do something like this with the beer, yeah, because the beer is one of the iconic things that you have in Germany. Overall, I would say that the main point here, yeah, I think was about the hospitality of the German people. This is something that, as I said in the very beginning of the video, I have already felt being here in Russia. Yeah, so I think that first of all, yeah, I would like to go to Germany. Secondly, I wanted to say what I would like to do in Germany, yeah, but actually I think that would be quite stereotypical, yeah, eating some sausages and drinking some beer. Yeah, so once again probably you could help me out understand what is interesting in Germany. I think a good idea could be a suggestion of probably another video that I could react to as well, yeah, so that to broaden my knowledge before I actually go to Germany. At this point, this is it. I hope that you did enjoy this video, or it was helpful for you. Once again, thank you very much to Mark from Wolters World channel, yeah, for helping me and you explore the world even more, just sitting in our houses. And I hope that you enjoyed this reaction video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, if you'd like to see more Russian point of view about anything, please subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to support me and the channel, please take a look at the links in the description. Danke schön and auf Wiedersehen. It was Zangieff, your Russian made from Russia. Stay safe and see you next time. Bye bye.